It is 2024, and in many markets, some investors who are flipping homes are struggling to obtain the full value, the full ARV that they hope to obtain from the property. So today I'm going to be talking about a special program that I developed. It is called 72SoldFlip. It teaches you how to receive highest market value in 72 hours on your property that you finished flipping and you're ready to put on the market. This video is a little bit long, but it is very comprehensive for those of you who are interested in making sure that you maximize your return on investment from your flip. So what is 72 Sold Flip program all about? The program is a property sale program that increases your ROI on any flip project. I don't care what zip code you're in, I don't care what kind of a property you have. It uses a unique sale and marketing approach to market your flip to the retail buyers. This is what the program is all about. It uses very tested, very calibrated strategies and techniques to maximize your profit even in slower housing market. So what the 72 Sold Flip program provides? It provides you with personal access to one of the most advanced home selling programs in the United States. With that, it gives you an opportunity, as I mentioned before, to increase your income from your flip properties. At the same time, if you're not the only flip in that specific market, it gives you and your property an unfair advantage over other flippers and over other homes that are not using this program. All of those results can be achieved without spending any additional money on your part. In fact, if all works as designed, you will be spending less on a project. Some context on 72 Sold Flip. So 72 Sold is an actual very famous home selling program. Feel free to Google it. It was originally designed to sell luxury homes faster. Currently, it is one of the best reviewed home sales programs in the United States, period. The focus of the program is to have a solid, proven step-by-step plan to sell any property in 72 hours or less at a maximum market price. That is the stated goal of that program. A little bit of a context on me. I originally come from IT background, therefore I'm focused personally on merging advanced psychological marketing and sales techniques that the 72 Sold program implements with data-driven analytics to create smooth and fast property flip experience in declining markets, in rising markets, in stale markets, in cold and warm markets, in any market. Data plus psychology is better than just a sale with no data and no psychology behind it. Why did 72 Sold Flip program was developed in the first place? It was developed due to the difficulty that many traditional realtors had with selling some of the properties successfully. So the traditional realtor has a 4P approach to a sale. Their 4P approach is put the property in the MLS, put the sign in the yard, put the lockbox on the door, and then pray, 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 pray. That is the traditional 4P approach. That if you ask a regular realtor, tell me about your sale process and enumerate the steps that maximize my price and minimize my days in the market, and just see what they say, see how they struggle with their answer, simply because 99.9% realtors only know how to pray, pray, pray that the sale happens faster. That is a passive and reactionary approach to the sale that, even though it can work well in a fast rising market, it definitely falls flat in a declining or a stagnant market, and also it completely fails to use any of the buyer psychology against the buyers. This is why 72 Sold method The original 72 sold method for luxury homes was developed in the first place. It was meant to figure out how to get away from the pray model. It wanted to find a model that works better for sellers in different types of markets. It was looking for a proactive and control-focused approach to the sale. Teaches sellers and it teaches its agents that the price is a result of the buyer's psychology during the state. Price is not a fixed number. ARV is not a fixed number. ARV is only a potential number. The true number is in the head of the buyers, and as a result, if the head of the buyers could be acted upon or influenced using psychological tricks, then the buyers could increase their offer above the ARV. That was the actual test and experiment from which this program developed. The stated goal of this program is to sell each property in 72 hours or less at the maximum price for a given market. So if it was a homework exercise, the homework exercise would read like this: sell this specific property with all its warts and flaws within 72 hours and maximize the price. Go. That is the exact request that the 72 sold program does to all its agents in every situation. It designed for the agents to assist them in this process. It designed for them a set of steps and techniques to execute to obtain multiple offers on the property in a one single weekend. That's why it's called 72 sold, by creating an auction type environment for the retail buyers. Now, exactly what techniques are being used, that is the secret sauce of the program. Anybody who wants to understand the secret sauce would need to join the program to learn those techniques, but those are the techniques that are being used. It takes a different approach to taking pictures. If you look at the pictures for 72 sold listings and traditional agents, you'll see a dramatic difference. It is different in the way that it presents the property, and there is a whole hour conversation that I could do just on that topic. It is very different in appointment setting. 72 sold agents do not have a lockbox on the door. They want to talk individually to each person who's going to visit the property. There's a reason for that. The biggest difference in its approach to showings. Showings, this is where the actual rubber meets the road for the property, when the buyer sees the property for the first time. In most traditional agents sale process, there is no thought given at all to this moment. But at 72 sold flip, 80% of the program, 80% of the sale presentation happens when the buyer walks through the property. And then it takes a different approach to negotiations, more psychologically driven and more aggressive approach to negotiations to maximize your price. The most important difference between 72 sold flip and a traditional agent just listing a property is the change in psychology. Most traditional agents will take your key, will put the sign in the yard, and then they will go about their day because they have no internal pressure, to take any specific actions, to deliver any specific results, other than at some point to hand you a contract. Very different from what the 72 sold flip program does in the first 72 hours when the keys are given to us to sell the property. We recognize that the best sale results will come from extremely proactive, extremely disciplined steps to get more buyers to walk through the property, get more buyers to decide to write contracts while they're still at the property, and then test the limits of each individual buyer's price tolerance. What are the typical results for using 72 sold flip or 72 sold, just regular 72 sold program for any property, flip or a owner occupied property? The days on the market, and it has been confirmed through about 4 years of studies. On average, the days on the market are usually 1/3 or 1/4 of the normal days on market for those zip codes. Typically, 72 sold homes have higher number of views and saves on Zillow and have a higher number of physical appointments that show up. Most importantly, it had the highest conversion rate from appointment to a written offer. It has higher number of sales with multiple offers and backup offers, and it shows larger overall profits from the sale for 72 sold homes. How is 72 sold program different from 72 sold flips? You've seen me referring to 72 sold program and the program that was originally developed to help sell luxury homes faster. So 72 sold is the original program, which I, Elena Garrett, have modified to assist flippers specifically to get a higher return on their investments. So how did I tweak the program to make it investor friendly? I added access to exclusive data to help avoid getting entangled in deals in slow moving areas. So this way you can turn your money over faster or make more flips per year than if you were in a slow moving area where your money are sitting stuck in a house. For now, this exclusive data is only available in North Texas, but I'm working on expanding that access. I also provide access to private money lenders and private money partners if you need to increase your leverage in the situation, if you want to have less cash coming out of your own pocket for the flip. I also provide at no cost to you access to interior designer who is local to the area, so that way that interior designer could make a recommendation of what type of improvements would generate the highest return on investment. In case you want to be even more detailed, we could review a return on investment for specific elements of design. So, for example, new kitchen countertops. If you're limited in your funds, we can go even as far as deciding whether new countertops or new shower will bring you a high return on your investment. 72 sold flip program consists of two parts. The one that happens before the home is ready for the retail buyers to go on MLS, and what happens when the house has been flipped and it's ready to be sold. So the pre-sale stage consists of the following. I will focus on making every effort to minimize your risk and expenses during the flip and during the acquisition. If you have a buy box, I can provide a review of your buy box and then see if I can deliver a stream of off-market deals to you that strictly match your buy box requirements. If you do have a deal in mind, I can provide screening and scoring for the ROI calculations, just to see if any deal looks better than another from a standpoint of using different calculators. Guidance to avoid over improvement and overspending. That's one of the most common mistakes that investors make. They take a property and then they cannot stop improving and cannot stop spending money on a property. And by the time that they're finally satisfied, the property total rehab costs have exceeded the expectations. And now it needs to sell at a higher price in order to generate any kind of a profit. Now, using 72 sold method, you have a really good chance of recouping that extra money that you spend on improvements, because there are techniques to maximize your price but it is better not to be in that situation in the first place. Now, once the house has been flipped and a rehab is completed, it's all been cleaned up, and now it's ready to sell. Now, the true 72 sold portion, the original portion of the 72 sold program, starts to shine. So at that time, my focus would be on the following: minimizing days in the market. Days in the market are acidic to your price. The longer your home sits on the market, the less likely that you will receive full price offer, and the more likely that you will have to sell at a discount. So minimizing days in the market is helping you to stay out of price cuts. Maximizing prices, maximizing the offer prices. How do we achieve that? We focus on immediate results within the same weekend that the property first goes on the market. The first 72 hours in this business are the most crucial hours in the entire process of selling your home. It's just like in that TV series, like First 48, right? First 48 are crucial in some industries. In real estate, first 72 are the most important hours in the sale process. We will have a very hands-on approach to data review from Zillow. We will be tracking almost lifetime views and saves, and understanding how to adjust pictures and adjust description to increase number of views and saves. We will use a very unique and very effective buyer walkthrough program that will maximize the number of offers that you will receive, assuming that we have at least one walkthrough or at least one showing schedule. And then once the offers are received, we will use a unique counter offer intelligence process to help to take whatever the initial offer price was and then drive it higher by several $1,000s or several tens of thousands of dollars, depending on your price range. So what would you expect during this phase? A very aggressive and focused approach to sales. It will definitely be like hour by hour, like a gladiator fight, to get a property under contract within the first 72 hours. More showings and more offers that would be typical in that area, and then definitely faster outcomes. Now, sometimes an outcome of the first 72 hours is a contract. That's our preferred outcome, of course. And sometimes the outcome in the first 72 hours is review of the showings that happened, review of immediate communication with the buyers and their feedback, face-to-face feedback. We don't do electronic feedback after the fact. We receive feedback while the buyers are still at the property. They usually mention to us what they found that may be stopping them from making an offer, and then we either communicate that and change that, or we recommend either a reduction of price or change on the target audience. But within 72 hours, we typically already have a recommendation for how to obtain a contract if the property is not yet under a contract. Question: will every property sell in 72 hours? Well, theoretically, it is possible. It is possible to sell any property within 72 hours or even shorter. Now, some technique that could be used to do that might be too aggressive for people who are used to a traditional slow-paced sale, but ideally, yes, that is the program's goal and design. However, with that said, obviously, we know that real estate is local. What flies off the market in one zip code sits in the market for 3 months in another, in a traditional sale with a traditional realtor. No property is the same. There could be two homes in the same street, one sold the same day, the next one set for 3 months. Same floor plan, same zip code, same school, same everything, and yet one sells and one sits. Local market seasons, everything affects buyer behavior, the number of buyers that are present in the market. Therefore, in slower markets, We typically see 1 to 2 week sales compared to 4 to 8 weeks for similar types of properties in same zip codes. If you look at the average days on markets and average sale prices. Uh, what we use is what's called agile approach. And those of you who ever dealt with IT or project management might have heard of agile. So we use an agile like approach to marketing where after a couple of days on the market, we typically see the results of the current marketing and then we can adjust and review our current marketing to increase the number of showings or to increase the number of offers. The 72 Sold program is not a magic wand. You cannot just wave it and suddenly have 10 offers. It is a technique. It is a step-by-step program that helps you to achieve maximum speed and maximum price, but it does not magically find people to buy in your market if they were not otherwise looking in your market. How much does the 72 Sold Flip program cost? We typically charge 3% listing and management fee. That does not include any buyer agent commissions, but that, as you know, as of August 2024, those are a separate topic of discussion anyway. There are no extra costs for any pre-sale services. It is a pretty straightforward agreement. 3% of the sale price is all inclusive. For the same cost with a traditional agent, we provide so many upfront services, much shorter time in the market, typically a 8 to 12% higher sale price. So if you're typically getting fewer days in the market, which means that you are saving on holding costs, plus we increase your sale price. Typically, once you calculate that, our services are nearly free. No pricing is ever set in stone. Call us if you have a property that is stuck or you have property that you're thinking about listing in the next few weeks. Let us know and let us review and see what we can agree on. The next step to get started is to connect with me. My name is Elena Garrett. Stay tuned for more updates on the 72 Sold Flip program in other areas outside of North Texas and also on the 72 Sold Flip program for wholesale properties.